Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Some say that China's development is an epic tale, written in steel and concrete. From the natural barrier of the Yangtze River to the extremes of the Tibetan Plateau, from underground tunnels spanning 1,000 meters to bridges reaching the clouds, 1.4 billion Chinese have carved paths through mountains and tamed mighty rivers. Across 9.6 million square kilometers of land, they have etched the trajectory of a nation sprinting toward modernization. In 2018, a colossal steel dragon leaped out of the Lingdingyang. This bridge stretches 55 kilometers, built over 6 grueling years by tens of thousands of workers. With 33 immersed tube sections connected with an accuracy of no more than 4 centimeters, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, backed by 400 patents, answered the world's skepticism, while the West claimed that complex geology made bridge building impossible. Chinese engineers used an integrated bridge island tunnel approach, reducing travel time from Zhuhai to Hong Kong from 4 hours to just 40 minutes. This is not just a bridge, it's a declaration of a nation breaking through its constraints. Cutting paths through mountains and building bridges over waters is never just a metaphor, it is the survival philosophy of the Chinese people. In this video, we're diving into a topic that will set your heart racing: China's mega projects. These feats not only leave the world in awe, but have also transformed our daily lives. But do you know how they were built? What are the untold technological secrets behind them? Stay tuned, as today we unveil the mysteries of these extraordinary engineering marvels. On this map of China, it's not highways or railways that crisscross the nation like veins, but rather, one bridge after another. To date, over 960,000 bridges of all kinds, highway bridges and high-speed railway bridges included, have been constructed on Chinese soil. In fact, nearly 45.2% of the 40,000 kilometers of high-speed railways are built on bridges. These marvels span towering mountains and rushing rivers, connecting towns and villages, making China a country of bridges. Truly, the title infrastructure maniac lives up to its name. When renowned British motoring expert Jeremy Clarkson first visited China, he was absolutely blown away by the country's infrastructure. Driving along China's highway bridges, he remarked, in 1988, China had no motorways at all. And now, 30 years later, it has 84,000 miles of them. That's more than any other country in the world, and they're only just getting into their stride. Since 2011, they've been building 6,000 miles of motorway every year. 6,000 miles a year. It beggars belief, and it's not like the terrain is easy. Here, though, there ain't no mountain high enough, and there ain't no valley low enough to stop them. This bridge, for example, is 34 miles long. And then there's this one, the Sanyuan Bridge. You could fit the London Shard underneath it twice over. I'm telling you, in Britain, we're doomed. That's right. When it comes to bridge building technology, Britain simply can't compete. When we compare bridge engineering across the globe, there's a notable saying: for bridge construction, look to Europe and America before the 1970s, to Japan in the 1990s, and to China in the 21st century. Today, China's bridge construction has reached a remarkable level, placing it among the world's best. Chinese bridges are not just beautiful postcards of the country, they symbolize China's comprehensive national strength. Over half of the world's long-span bridges are constructed by Chinese engineers, showcasing their expertise. In the rugged mountains of southwest China, a colossal steel dragon soars into the sky. This is the Beijing Bridge, once celebrated as the world's highest bridge, now surpassed by another Chinese marvel. Curious about which bridge has taken the title? Subscribe to my channel for the details in the next video. The vertical distance from the bridge deck to the valley floor is an astonishing 565 meters, about 200 stories high. Constructing such a long-span bridge is no small task. The Beijing Grand Canyon presents treacherous terrain and complex geology. It is also subject to relentless winds, dense fog, and low temperatures, making it even more challenging. No one believed it was possible to construct a bridge in such an extreme environment. Yet Chinese engineers faced these challenges with ingenuity and courage, overcoming obstacle after obstacle. To build bridge piers on steep cliffs, engineers invented a moving formwork system, assembling piers section by section. They also utilized smart concrete, a material that adjusts its temperature to prevent cracking. This ensures the piers are both robust and durable, ready to withstand the environment. The two concrete main towers of this bridge rise majestically, with the tallest reaching 883 feet. This height is comparable to that of a 90-story building, showcasing incredible engineering achievement. The bridge deck is constructed from 22,000 tons of steel, equal to the weight of 5 Titanic ships. The vertical distance from the valley floor to the bridge deck surpasses the height of the New York World Trade Center. It's enough space to fit an entire skyscraper, showcasing the bridge's remarkable engineering. The total length of the bridge's steel cables reaches 250 miles, which could stretch from New York City to Washington, D.C. The entire bridge spans the canyon, measuring about 1 mile in length. The highest point of the tower peaks at an impressive 2,461 feet. This height exceeds the combined height of 2 Eiffel Towers and the Statue of Liberty. Such an engineering feat represents the pinnacle of human bridge-building history. This level of engineering excellence has earned widespread international recognition and admiration. Even prominent figures, including President Trump, have publicly acknowledged China's remarkable bridge construction achievements. He stated that they accomplished projects that seemed unimaginable to others. With incredible speed and quality, the United States has much to learn from these achievements. The advancements in bridge engineering highlight the remarkable capabilities of Chinese innovation. China's determination is remarkable. Simultaneously, U.S. President Trump expressed his deep affection for China, emphasizing his love for the country. The Beijing Bridge began construction in October 2010 and officially opened to traffic in December 2016. Upon its completion, the bridge caused a global sensation, and major media outlets rushed to cover the story. Imagine walking across a new bridge in China that could send your heart racing. It's the world's highest and open today. It stands more than 1,800 feet above the valley below, which is over a third of a mile. The bridge cuts the drive time between 2 southwest Chinese cities from 4 hours to just 1. John Davis, president of the American Society of Civil Engineers, noted that if this bridge were built in the U.S., it would take at least 20 years. Yet Chinese engineers completed this epic super project in just 6 years, a speed rare in bridge construction history. They even installed AI monitoring systems on both sides of the canyon to adjust the tension of the steel cables in real time. The sheer capability to execute such a massive engineering project makes it hard to believe that China is still considered a developing country. It's simply more impressive than anything achieved by any developed nation. The speed myth of Chinese engineers peaked with the reconstruction of an urban bridge. Next, let's take a look at how Chinese engineers built a bridge in under 43 hours. That's right. This is the construction process of Beijing's Sanyuan Bridge back in 2015. Although 10 years have passed, it still leaves people in awe. The United States should learn from China on how to build bridges faster. I just hope that the U.S. stops attacking China. But honestly, I think they're just jealous. Such high efficiency and top-notch construction simply can't happen in the U.S. In 2015, the time-lapse video of Beijing's Sanyuan Bridge being rebuilt in just 43 hours quickly went viral worldwide. The video was only 30 seconds long, but its views skyrocketed. It captured the entire reconstruction process by Chinese engineers, from the start to the full reopening of traffic. All of this was completed in just 43 hours, astounding viewers worldwide. Foreign netizens were stunned. While praising China's incredible speed, they couldn't help but roast their own countries. An Indian netizen commented that such a project in India would take at least 5 years. An American netizen said that if this were in the U.S., it would take at least 20 years to complete. Meanwhile, Chinese engineers finished in less than 2 days what would take 20 congressional hearings and 50 revised blueprints in the US. Another netizen jokingly claimed that in their country, such a project would require 3 presidential terms to complete. Another American netizen, after seeing this, was completely shocked. He simply couldn't believe that China was able to build and put a bridge into use in just 43 hours. In the United States, building a simple bridge can take years to complete. For instance, a street light in front of my house burned out, taking 5 months for an electrician to fix. Seeing these complaints from overseas netizens, I can't help but feel a mix of laughter and frustration. Even British academics have marveled at the speed of China's infrastructure development. In one of his lectures, he remarked that China has soared. It's meteoric. Former Czech President Václav Havel encapsulated this by stating that all this infrastructure will be built in a few years. To remind myself of this astonishment, I often gaze out my office window in Cambridge. There's a bridge spanning the Charles River between the Kennedy School and Harvard Business School. In 2012, Massachusetts announced plans to renovate this bridge, predicting a 2-year timeline. By 2014, they announced the project was still unfinished. In 2015, they claimed it would take another year to finish. Later that year, they revised the timeline to 3 additional years. In 2016, they reiterated the 3-year estimate. By 2017, they again confirmed the project would take 3 years. In 2015, they stated it was still not finished and would not provide a completion date. Finally, last year, the bridge was completed but 3 times over budget. The professor then recounted his trip to Beijing, where he drove past the famous Sanyuan Bridge. Now, compare this to a similar bridge I crossed last month in Beijing, the Sanyuan Bridge. In 2015, the Chinese decided to renovate that bridge, which has twice as many lanes. How long do you think it took them to complete the project? The answer is astonishing, just 43 hours. Of course, that speed couldn't happen in New York. After the professor's words, cheers erupted throughout the room. The faces of the audience were filled with disbelief, staring at the professor in awe. It was truly hard to believe what they had just heard. The professor added that this was not just a triumph of technology, but an organizational revolution. China has taken parallel engineering to the extreme. Design, prefabrication, and demolition all occur simultaneously, compressing time to its physical limits. He also pointed out why China has become so powerful today. Behind this speed and execution is a purpose-driven leader and a government that functions effectively. The most ambitious and competent leader on the international stage today is China's President Xi Jinping. He has made no secret about his ambitions for China. As he stated when he became president 6 years ago, his goal is to make China great again. This wise British professor made a very valid point about efficiency in construction. The Chinese approach tasks with incredible efficiency, while others debate construction plans. In contrast, countries still grapple with bridge construction plans. Meanwhile, Chinese engineers have already torn down the old structures. An old bridge was taken down, making way for a new one. This illustrates China's speed. When the world sees this speed, every other pace feels as slow as a snail. China continues to craft astonishing stories that resonate across the globe. China's speed represents the pace of global development in the modern era. Wherever the Chinese go, construction and progress seem to follow closely. This is a true example of global leadership in action. The speed of China's infrastructure projects often shatters the world's expectations. Do you know how Chinese engineers completed this epic project in just 43 hours? Beijing's Sanyuan Bridge is an interchange with 3 main bridges and 5 ramp bridges. It features 7 ramps and serves as a crucial transportation hub in the city. During peak hours, around 13,000 vehicles pass through in just 1 hour. The main bridge spans 1,715 square meters, stretching 54.3 meters long and 44.8 meters wide. After 30 years, the bridge began to show signs of wear and aging. Detailed inspections revealed its load-bearing capacity had significantly declined. To ensure safety, China decided to reconstruct the Sanyuan Bridge entirely. Using traditional methods would take too long and disrupt traffic severely. This approach clearly did not align with China's infrastructure speed. The main challenge was reconstructing the bridge without disrupting normal traffic. This was the key problem that engineers needed to address. After thorough research and demonstrations, a bridge replacement method was chosen. This method is straightforward. Remove the old bridge and install the new one. While it sounds simple, the actual execution proved to be quite complex. Although the project lasted 43 hours, the original plan aimed for just 24 hours. What unexpected changes led to this 19-hour delay during the project? Before starting, the Beijing Road Maintenance Group mapped out every construction step. Thousands of workers practiced through 3D simulations to understand the process. In China, there is a saying, even with careful plans, oversights can happen. Despite thorough planning, unexpected challenges arose during on-site execution. At 11 p.m. on November 13, 2015, the reconstruction project officially began. The first step involved dismantling the old bridge in a careful operation. The plan included two 1,000-ton beam transporters to carry away sections. However, an unforeseen issue arose that disrupted the original plan. The bridge deck's weight far exceeded the transporter's carrying capacity. The transporters had a maximum load capacity of 2,000 tons. However, the bridge actually weighed 2,900 tons. To solve this problem, engineers had to first cut the two side sections. Each side section weighed 1,300 tons. They then cut these into smaller pieces for cranes to lift away. Finally, the central bridge deck was transported away in one piece. This unexpected complication extended the project. Originally planned as a 24-hour project, it was extended to 43 hours. Dismantling the old bridge caused a delay. The most critical challenge was accurately placing the new bridge in the exact position of the old one. Once the old bridge was moved to a temporary storage site, the new steel bridge was transported into place. The new bridge measures 54.9 meters long and 44.8 meters wide. However, an even greater challenge emerged. The placement error had to be controlled within just 20 millimeters. For the engineers, this was an enormous challenge. To ensure absolute precision, engineers implemented a dual navigation system. The Beidou satellite system was used for aerial positioning. Optoelectronic navigation was used for vehicle alignment correction. With this dual precision control system, errors were reduced. The final positioning error was reduced to just 9 millimeters. This was a truly remarkable feat. By 11 a.m. on November 15, 2015, the most technically demanding phase of the project was successfully completed. Once the new bridge was in place, the remaining work was relatively straightforward. In the afternoon, construction began on the road surface. This included pouring counterweight concrete, laying asphalt, and installing expansion joints and protective barriers. By 6 p.m., the site was fully cleaned up and the bridge was officially open to traffic. The entire project took 43 hours. This marked the successful reconstruction of the Sanyuan Bridge. During this reconstruction, Chinese engineers utilized advanced technologies. They utilized Beidou positioning systems, laser alignment, and infrared positioning to ensure accuracy and efficiency. Although some challenges were encountered, the project was successfully completed in the end. The Sanyuan Bridge reconstruction project was unique. It was the first time in China that a large-scale bridge replacement was completed in a single operation at a traffic hub. On a global scale, this level of efficiency and technological precision is even more groundbreaking. While Western countries debate the democracy efficiency paradox, Chinese engineers have proven true speed and efficiency. The Sanyuan Bridge project illustrates what true speed and efficiency look like in modern infrastructure. As the New York Times commented, China is redefining modern governance with Tesla-style innovation in this sector. With each mega-project built, China overcomes world-class engineering challenges through innovative techniques and advanced construction methods. This has earned China the moniker infrastructure maniac. Moreover, China has undertaken major projects in numerous other countries. Each project is emblematic of its development drive. Behind China's global leadership in infrastructure lies a leap in technology. It also relies on the support of a mighty nation. For over a century, from the devastation at the founding of the People's Republic, in China, generations of engineers have fought tirelessly, shaping today's prosperous landscape. Yet, this is just the beginning for China. The future holds even more promise. The infrastructure maniac will help developing countries modernize and create new opportunities. This effort will build a better, more livable world for everyone involved. Each bridge, every road, and every project connects cities, countrysides, and the future. This connection spans not just China, but the entire world, fostering global ties. Chinese infrastructure has reshaped the nation, showcasing its strength, spirit, and speed. The infrastructure maniac will never stop. What miracles await in the next decade? Share your thoughts in the comments about the future of Chinese infrastructure. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. See you in the next video.